Another type of clients is agencies. It's a very good thing to start if you want to become a freelancer, because translation agencies, they take a lot of responsibility for such things as communicating with clients, looking for clients, giving you instructions on technical part of the translation. If it is a proper translation agency, your work will be proofread, and you'll see your own mistakes, and you will learn from them. So it's quite a good thing to work with translation agencies. And Ukrainian translation agencies, there are some reliable, good ones. The greatest disadvantage of Ukrainian agencies is that the rates are really low there, and they will not go up because the competition is really high, and they are reluctant to raise their prices for clients. And of course, they will not raise prices for translators. We'll talk about rates a bit later, but you should know that working with agencies is a good step to begin with, but it can not last forever. So now working with Ukrainian translation agencies is a bit complicated on the other hand, because not a lot of them have a very well organized workflow. The project managers are often too busy and not very professional, not prepared to be project managers, usually translating themselves. So you should be prepared for some, let's say, some mess in the workflow. And you need to know your part very well, not to get involved in any conflict, to be paid on time, and so on. Working with Western translation agencies is more serious, let's say, and they are more reliable, not such a great threat that you will not be paid or will be fined for something you did right, and so on and so forth. The disadvantage of Western translation agencies is that, or it is advantage, I don't know, they have a lot of requirements from on the technical part. For example, I have done some jobs for translation agency in the UK. Oh, by the way, they were both in the United Kingdom, yes, recently. And it was work in 2 different CAT tools that they prefer, and they give you access to them and require that you do job only in that CAT tool, no matter how much you don't like it, or probably you prefer another one. Now my laptop is overloaded and rather much slower than it should be, because I've got SDL Tradus installed on it, and I had to install MemoQ as well, because they are very heavy software. Another thing is that they usually pay on after a certain date, within a month or a bit more after the job has been done. It's inconvenient, but it's okay if you've got proper workflow, and payments come out one after another, and you actually don't see any difference if you get money in a month or in a week. But it's usually not very stable, and it's not very convenient, of course. Another disadvantage of translation agencies is that they get your information, they get your CV, and you are placed on a database. So they've got the translators base, and they approach you as soon as the work in your language pass arrives, and it may never happen. That's what the disadvantage, because you send your CV, you are happy that they accepted it, and you are now on a base, and you can wait for a year and nothing will happen. So what to do in this case? Two approaches here. Either you can just forget about it. You send this information, and you know that you're on a base, and you don't really care if any job comes or not. And if a job comes, that you are happy, and you start working with them. Or you can remind about yourself, ask if there is anything. It is a good strategy, because they have a huge translators base, and they may just forget about you because you're on the in the end of the list. But if you remind about yourself, if you are eager to work, they may try. And probably translation project managers are quite they're humans, and they can see that you are eager to work, or you have some problems in your workflow and so on. They may just help you and send you the next job that comes. Translation agencies very seldom ignore your emails, because they're interested in good translators, and they will obviously reply to you. If they are foreign translation agencies, they will ask you to fill in an application form. Don't be afraid of it. It's usually, sometimes it is very boring and long, and too much information. I sometimes give up because I don't want to give more information in the beginning before I start working with the company than needed. So application forms, our translation agencies are just may send you a test translation just to see if you fit the requirements, and you'll get into the base. A couple of words about your CV and cover letter. It's like a business card. It's something that unfortunately, we are living in the time when people start working with somebody and look for a contractor by reading their CV and cover letter rather than talking to a person. So we need to make sure that our CV is very thoroughly thought through, very well prepared. Of course, no spelling mistakes, no confusion, very clear cut, and all the information you've got about your professional experience should be there. First comes first, the translation experience, of course. Doesn't matter if it is a small project and you just translated a couple of documents, or if it is interpreting, you helped your relatives to communicate with their foreign friends. Anything you can think of, you should include in the CV. What else should be included in the CV? Any attached or not related or not related professional experience you've got, because if you want to be a freelance translator, but you've got education in law or medicine or economics or chemistry, any kind of science, you should mention that, because then it will be clear for the client that you are able to do translation, knowing what you are talking about and what actually the field of translation is.